Sahabat Ubtv, Center for Islamic Economic Studies atau Pusat Studi Ekonomi Islam Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Universitas Brawijaya menyelenggarakan seminar internasional Sharia Economic Event in Southeast Asia atau Sevent. Mengusung tema besar The Role of Islamic Economics for Sustainable Development in Southeast Asia, seminar ini menghadirkan narasumber kompeten dalam bidangnya. Dalam sesi kedua seminar internasional ini, lebih difokuskan pada pembahasan upaya menjadikan Indonesia sebagai pusat keuangan Islam, yang terangkum dalam tema kecil The Real Strategy of Inclusiveness, Economics, and Sustainable Development of Islamic Finance in Southeast Asia, an effort to become the center of Islamic in Finance. Dengan pembicara dari Otoritas Jasa Keuangan dan Center for Islamic Studies in Finance, Economics, and Development atau CISFED, Jakarta. Sahabat Ubtv, dari Aula Gedung F Fakultas Ekonomi dan Bisnis Universitas Brawijaya, berikut seminar internasional Seven Seas selengkapnya.
Well, thank you. I'd like to introduce you, Mr. Dr. Dhani Gunawan IDAT. He is in the right side of me. He is taken his first degree, his graduate degree from Universitas Bandung, Indonesia, and then taking his Master of Business Administration degree from University of Leeds, England, full-time program in 95 and 96, 1995 up to 96, and in 2012, Dr. Dhani Gunawan got his Doctor of Strategic Management, also from Universitas Bandung, Indonesia. He is now currently Director of Islamic Banking Research Regulation, Development of Licensing, Bank Indonesia. He is now married, of course. He is now married, of course. Do you have any grandchild? What year is now? Oh, not yet. What year your daughter was? Yeah, one daughter. Okay, he has one daughter. Is he married then? Oh yeah, also studying Pajajaran University.
Yes,
in agriculture. Thank you, Mr. Dhani Gunawan, and he has already had very reputable experience from all of them from 1989. From 1989, Mr. Dhani Gunawan has already been in Bank Indonesia. So we step by step, stepping his career onto the top now, and currently leading Director of Islamic Banking Research. That's our first reputable speakers today. And then I'd like to also introduce our second speakers. Mr. Farouk Abdullah, Alwyni, MA, MBA, ACSI. He's now currently chairman of CISFED, Center for Islamic Studies in Finance, Economics, and Development, Chairman. Mr. Farouk is also now being a lecturer in some universities. Not only one university, from in Universitas Indonesia, Universitas Azhar, he is also lecturing in Perbanas Institute, Jakarta. He is also being IFN Islamic Finance News in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, from 2012 to present as IFN correspondent board. He's part of the boards now. And a president and owner of PT Alwyni International Capital. Mr. Farouk also has ever become a managing director of International Banking and Treasury in PT Bank Muamalat Indonesia. As we know, this is our first Indonesian Islamic banking. So we have already known our two reputable speakers, which both of them will try to discuss two things in this seminar. First, From Mr. Dr. Dhani Gunawan, is going to discuss on strategy of sustainable development of Islamic finance. Is it right? Can you please? Strategy of sustainable development of Islamic finance. Islamic finance. Since Mr. Dhani is from OJK, representative from OJK, is going to view Islamic economic development, the role how to strengthen the role of Islamic economy from the view of regulator, because OJK is now our regulator in Indonesia. Mr. Dhani Gunawan, the time is yours. You have 1 minute.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Rabbi zidni ilman warzuqni fahman. I think I better stay here, standing in front of you, because this is the time. It's very hard to keep your eyes. I believe, and then is possibly this is the first time I attend in this seminar that conducting by students. I very appreciate for you, because it's very organized. I think it's highly organized. Everything conducting okay, and I once again appreciate for the Sevent committee. So please applause. And let me first praising to Allah Subhanahu wa Taala for the blessing for all of us to attend here in good health and good conditions. So I think this this afternoon is very important for you to listen about. I just 5 minutes before my presentation to tell you about my story. It's a very specific story. It was 1796. I think half of you is not yet born, right? It's 1996. Or maybe, it was a crisis in Indonesia, and then I'm going to study abroad in UK, beasiswa. Ya, beasiswa, dapat beasiswa mau sekolah ke Inggris. So in my thinking, there is no economic Sharia. In Indonesia is only conventional bank. This is a very historical man, because when I accepted in University of Leeds in UK, saya keterima di Universitas di Inggris, di University of Leeds, saya tidak punya skripsi, tidak punya tesis, bahan tesis. Waktu itu memang ada ini, tapi mengenai konvensional. It's about conventional bank. So I just go there, and then subhanallah, in UK is Christian country. In church there is no young people like you all of you. In the church there is old people there, and it just become dust and become not caring by everybody. The young generation, most of them going to pub for drink, but the academic, there is a lot of books, a lot of reference about Islamic economic. This is surprising for me. The Christian countries, there's a lot of books, a lot of knowledge about Islamic finance. So that's why I choose Islamic finance for my thesis. And Alhamdulillah, this opened my heart, opened my mind, that there is Islamic economics and Islamic finance in my mind, and also in the globe, in Indonesia. So I returned in 1997. I appointed as head section of Islamic banking development. I have 2 or 3 staff. I am head section. Normally I have 10 staff, but there's only 3 staff. I starting developing Islamic finance in Indonesia. Start from one bank. one Islamic bank, Bank Muamalat. And alhamdulillah, up to now, there is 12 Islamic bank in Indonesia. It's very, I think it's very progressive. And also from 400 billion rupiah asset in Islamic banking in 1996, nowadays almost 273 trillion, almost 600 times bigger than 15 years ago, alhamdulillah. So this is a very perspective and very huge industry. And alhamdulillah, I noted most in Indonesia, approximately 72 universities have program studi Islamic economy. Alhamdulillah. Including here, program studi economy Islam.